But we're going to get started with somebody that you've gotten to know from the ad-free show community, Arn, and that is the first lady of ad-free shows, your friend and mine, Miss Amy Vaughn. And Amy wants to know all the details about Wardlow, so we're going to start with her this week. She wrote, I want to know everything about Wednesday night. When did Arn know that he would be paired with Wardlow? Will it continue, or was it a one-off? Why the white tracksuit? Because it pops his tan skin. Come on, Amy. When did Arn know that he was going to be doing the DDT? Who suggested it? She's got so many questions. Let's start at the beginning, Arn. When did Arn know that he would be paired with Wardlow? So was this something that you and Tony kind of been talking about for a while, or what that look like?
Yeah. The last Dark taping in Orlando, got to talk to him for a little bit, and he ran that idea by me and said, think about it. And I didn't have to think much about that. I mean, the guy is a horse. And if you go all the way back when they introduced Wardlow years ago, and they did a real quality video, I don't know if you saw it, on him like walking across a parking lot, like making his way like he's going to work, right? Yeah. And guys are coming up and, trying to mess with him, and he's creaming people all the way. Just every time he takes a few steps, there's something else. But it was really well done, and it was really different, and it was dark. And he's got that look of a guy, he's really, I don't take this the wrong way, Amy, but he's really a handsome guy, and he is jacked. He just, in every sense of the word, when he's looking at you, he's just impressive all the way around. And it's not just beach muscles. He's, the guy is stout. And I've seen him in the gym, and he trains hard, and he has this undercurrent about him. The thing, my history in this business, and I've been in the ring with some very tough guys, been in the locker room with some very tough guys, and I mean on a worldwide scale, not just a company scale or wrestling scale, but some really tough guys. And the ones that are the real killers, you never even know they're in the room. They don't bark. They're not walking around with their chest stuck out. But when something comes up, they handle it. That's the way I saw this guy. And I saw the way he walks the halls, and he carries himself like such a professional and such a gentleman. And all the way around, I would say there's a half of him is really a nice guy and a quality guy and a guy you'd want to have as a friend or a family member or teammate. And then there's that other half in there that I see where the veins start popping out in his forehead. He gets to screaming a little bit. He gets wide-eyed a little bit, and then a lot. And there's a monster under there somewhere. Well, we saw it. And on top of that, he's just not a big guy that just mows you down. He ain't afraid to go up top. Some of that we're going to have some conversations about, because risk versus reward,
we know how you feel about going up top.
Especially when you can stand on your feet and smack the crap out of pretty much anybody that's in there with you. So, but he's the all-around cowboy. He's got it all. All he needs is a little coaching up and being told, this is okay. We talked about if this comes up, here's what you do. And don't question it. Don't worry about how the fans are going to feel about it. Don't worry about the end result. Just do it. If you'll give me just this much here in the beginning of blind obedience, it'll pay off for you. And then we can have another conversation where you're a little more comfortable. Because I know some of the things I've talked about and we've talked about, it's out there.
Yeah. This is our version, by the way. You've seen AEW All Access. This is our version of Arn All Access. So a couple more questions. Whose idea was it for you to do the DDT? I mean, this is your first night back, and you're already drilling the DDT.
Well, I've hit Spinebusters. I've hit some clotheslines. I've never hit a DDT. since I've been in AEW. I don't know if anybody realizes that. Nobody would be looking for it. Everybody in the building, and some of the feedback, there were some people a little bit disappointed, but I knew I could still stick a DDT if it came up. And so it was that element of surprise.
What was the reaction like? That's the other thing she asked about, the promo. Chess, checkers. This just an off-the-cuff Arn special?
Yep, absolutely.
I knew it.
Anybody that's a thinking man is, and I try to appeal to my next door neighbor and anybody that would be listening to it. I try to put what I'm trying to convey on their level. Everybody gets that checkers are fun and good checker players are fun to watch, but it's the good chess players that are the diabolical. Don't do a lot of talking. Just kind of sit there.
Measured. Good word.
They have a measured response to everything they do. Nothing is off the cuff. And when they close in from the kill, you never saw that bishop when it moved and got forgot about. Mm-hmm. And that's the one that takes your queen, and pretty soon, once your queen's gone, we know what happens.
That's right. And I'll round it out with Amy's final question. What was the reaction like afterwards when that was for you and Wardlow coming back through the curtain?
I think, and I hope, and I'm pretty sure everybody was happy with it, and it was felt good, man. It felt good. It really did. I got, all the things I love about this business, being out there with professionals and getting the reaction that you hope for from the fans and the mechanics. The main thing is I don't want to get out there and make a fool out of myself. If there's something I can't do.
It was flawless, though. It was great. Everything went flawlessly.
I won't apologize for it because I think it was certainly adequate.
Yeah, it was very good, Arn. It couldn't have gone better for you and for Wardlow. I mean, come on, he won the championship, and now you're at his side, mouthpiece, if you will. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We'll move on.